welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video is the first of two. This video is going to be about the Celtic FC Women side, the Celtic GHIRLS, but there will be a Celtic against Aberdeen preview being uploaded later in the day once the afternoon press conferences with Brendan Rodgers and one of the players are all done and dusted. Today's video is going to be about the Celtic women's unlucky, brave 4-0 loss yesterday to Real Madrid women. It was their second Champions League game and was obviously a very massive step up in terms of quality of opposition. And in the end, the girls lost 4-0 in a brave display. And I certainly can't fault them for their effort. So in today's video, we're going to be touching on the goals, the key incidents, Celtic's change of formation, some of the stats, and my general thoughts regarding the performances, which players had particularly good games, and which players maybe struggled at this higher level. Before we do crack on with the video itself, please do, if you are new to the channel, please do click that subscriber button. Keep the numbers pushing further and further past 1,050. Be nice to get to 1,100 subscribers. If you do like the video, please do click that like button. And comment section open, in this case, for pleasant, polite thoughts, opinions, debating points regarding the performance yesterday, who you thought played well, who you thought didn't play so well, and your own thoughts regarding the game. So, in the end, Real Madrid seeded 8th in Europe, beat Celtic girls seeded in the low 50s in Europe by 4-0. Not terribly surprising. Half of the Real Madrid team are currently playing for the Spanish Women's World Champion team, that team that won the World Cup last year. They've got numerous players from all over the world. They've got one of Scotland's two best players in Caroline Weir playing for them again after a year out through injury. They also have some world-class players such as GHIRLS, the Colombian wide player. And the team is clearly considerably stronger than any team Celtic's ever played. And in the end, I think it was a hard fight by the girls, a very brave fight by the girls. I think Elena Sadiku actually set things up nicely. The team was in quite a fluid 4-2-3-1. Murphy Agnew playing up all by herself. Emma Lawton seemed to have a role to cover back into the right back position. Marina Lorenko appeared to be playing more as a conventional left back, with Kelly Clark and Caitlin Hayes in the middle, and Celia Barkley playing as a conventional right back. Colette Kavanagh, Natalie Ross playing central midfield, with Lucy Ashworth-Clifford providing a bit of width on one side, Amy Gallagher playing in an attacking midfield role, and to many parameters it worked well. In the 7th minute, Caroline Weir, the Scotland international, took a pass from GHIRLS and unleashed an absolutely unstoppable shot into the top right-hand corner. Kelsey Doherty had absolutely no chance. A truly world-class, unsavable goal. And then to give the girls immense credit, they defended very, very well. Kelsey Doherty made a couple of good saves, several routine saves. The Celtic defenders and midfielders snuffed out a lot of attacks, blocked a lot of shots, made nice tackles. And at half-time, it was just 1-0 to Real Madrid. At 1-0, Celtic had a couple of great chances to equalise. Emma Lawton, using her pace and strengths, burst through behind the Real Madrid defence and shot for goal, and unfortunately it hit the side netting rather than getting in at the goalkeeper's left-hand post. And a few minutes later, a similar fast break, counter-attack. Murphy Agnew had some space in the middle, but unfortunately she hit her shot over the bar. Would have been nice to see both Emma Lawton and Murphy Agnew troubling the goalkeeper, but they couldn't quite take those chances. And after Celtic had gone 2-0 down with a goal by one of the subs, Brune, again, unstoppable goal for Kelsey Docherty. She had no chance defending a world-class striker from so close in. Saoirse Noonan did force the goalkeeper into making a good save, and there was that glimmer of hope that Celtic could still get back into the game at 2-0. However, it became quite clear, despite the substitutions, that several of the defenders and midfielders were getting a bit tired, particularly Bruna playing at left back. And she did make a mistake with a pass back to her fellow defenders. It was intercepted, and Muller hit, and again, an unstoppable, very clever chip shot from distance. Kelsey Docherty caught a wee bit off her line because she was coming to help recycle the play with the pass back from Bruna Larenko, caught off the line, and then a slightly unfortunate penalty. Shannon McGregor drawn into an unnecessary challenge on the byline. Chiquigo, the Colombian wide player, made the most of what I thought actually was quite slight contact and inadvertent contact. However, referee gave a penalty, and Kelsey Docherty, again, unluckily, dived the right way, got her hand to it, but the power of the shot just managed to beat her into the goal, and a 4-0 win. Elena Sadiku, after the match, said she was happy with the performance, happy that the players had tried so hard and played so hard. And I think what she said, which was a 2-0 victory for Real Madrid, would have been a fairer reflection of the game itself. I think that is actually a very true comment. Now, just looking at some of the stats, it does show how massively Real Madrid were on top and how well Celtic defended. Real Madrid had 66% to 34% possession. Shots were a quite remarkable 30 shots to Real Madrid, 3 to Celtic. 14 shots on target by Real Madrid, just 1 by us. That was the Saoirse Noonan shot. 10 off targets by them, 2 by us. That was the Lawton and the Agnew shots. We blocked 6 of their shots. Kelsey Docherty made 10 saves to 1 by the Real Madrid goalkeeper. Touches in the box were an absolutely incredible 61 to Real Madrid and 2 for Celtic, and corners were 14-1 in favour of Real Madrid. So it does show how outclassed Celtic were, how wonderful Real Madrid were as an attacking side, and does show how brilliantly Celtic defended, all things considered. And if only Emma Lawton or Murphy Agnew had got one of those 2 chances when it was still 1-0 down, who knows quite where the game would have ended up. Maybe Real Madrid would have had to have come out a wee bit more, leaving space for Emma Lawton, Saoirse Noonan, Murphy Agnew, Amy Gallagher, etc. to get in behind. Who knows? However, ended up 4-0. Celtic will be playing Spartans at the weekend. There'll be a bit of an international break. And then we've got the back-to-back games against Chelsea, who are third seeds in the competition and one of the absolute strongest sides in Europe, full of, again, world-class players. So those 2 games and the return game against Real Madrid will be big challenges. I think there is a hope now that Celtic could go to FC20 in the last game of the campaign and get a draw or even a win. It's likely by that point that Celtic and FC20 will be well out of the contention for getting the top two in the group. And it may well be that Celtic, if they can balance out their good defensive performance from yesterday and take a couple of their chances, could well get 1 or even 3 points away at FC20 in Holland in mid-December. Just looking at who I thought were Celtic's players of the day, I would give big credit to Kelsey Doherty. I thought she looked very good in the goals. She had no chance with any of the 4 goals. She made some nice saves. She looked confident coming for the ball, confident marshalling her defence, and so big plus marks for Kelsey Doherty. Given the fact that about a month, 6 weeks ago, Emma Lawton was a part-time player playing for Partick Thistle, I think she has made remarkable progress. I think she probably overall was Celtic's best player. She worked very hard in defence, very hard in midfield. She broke into attack. She did have one of Celtic's 2 good chances to score. She and Barkley did, for the most part, a good controlling job of one of the world's best players in Chiquedo, the Colombian. And so, again, big plus marks for Emma Lawton. I thought Kelly Clark and Caitlin Hayes both did a great job in central defence. Natalie Ross and Colette Kavanagh fought a losing battle in midfield. Amy Gallagher, a wee bit disappointing, but I think she tried incredibly hard. To be fair, I was quite disappointed in both Bruna Lorenko and Lucy Ashworth-Clifford. Bruna Lorenko of our back 3 looks the least reliable, and for me it is quite a shame that Chloe Craig is out for the season, as I think she probably would have given us a bit more solidity in the left side of defence last night, more so than Bruna. Lucy Ashworth-Clifford did try very hard, however her lack of pace to beat the Real Madrid midfielders was a factor, and she didn't quite have her same ability helping out in defence or breaking up the play or restarting attacks, and certainly never really got into the final third, apart from one time where the pass wasn't given to her. Overall, I think a very positive experience for Celtic. I think this is going to make them far better players, far quicker, far stronger, far more experienced. And I think the experience of these 6 Champions League games will stand Celtic in very good stead in the second half of the season. I think at the moment, with us playing 2 games per week, which does cut down on training time with the extra rest days, and also travel time, as was the case here with travelling to Madrid and then travelling back from Madrid, again cutting down on the available training time. I think once we're through those Champions League games by mid-December, then we've got the short midwinter break over Christmas and New Year into the early January spell. I think once we're into that spell from 2025 January through to May, especially in the split where we go into top 6 and bottom 6. I think it's in those 10 games at the end of the season post 6-6 split where Celtic are really going to come through to retain their SWPL title. That finishes things off for today's video about the Celtic FC Women side. Just as we finish, please, a wee quick suggestion, reminder, encouragement. If you are new to the channel and you like coverage of the women's game and the Celtic team in general, please do click that subscriber button, keep the numbers pushing further and further up. If you do like the video, please do click that like button. It does encourage YouTube to send videos about the Celtic team, the Celtic women's side, to more Celtic fans and football fans. And finally, do pop your comments into the comment section regarding last night's performance, who you thought did well, who you thought maybe didn't do so well, and any other thoughts on the formation, the tactics, etc. And so until the next video, goodbye and hail, hail.